Hi, my name is Jackie and welcome back to my channel. It is July 1st, which means it's time for another Empties video. And I actually have some substance this month, so that's great. I am drinking just a simple tea this morning. It is just it's an apricot black tea from Adagio Teas. Black tea's kind of malty. The apricot is, well, I don't know, however an apricot tastes. Like, maybe it's peach-like. I drank through quite a bit of Adagio. And also, I wrote a bunch of notes on the back of these because I have a tendency to sort of forget my thoughts at the end of each month, so yeah. But let's get into these. First is an orange black tea. And I mentioned this in my What I Drink in a Day video a couple weeks ago. I remember being surprised by this, but this was actually really good. I would drink this again. Think of it as like an Earl Grey tea, but without sort of the sharpness, the sharp citrus flavor of the bergamot oil. It's more like a sweet, mellow orange flavor. The next tea is another tea that I drank in that What I Drink in a Day video, and that is the Rooibos Lemon Cloud. And this was an excellent tea. I thought that the vanilla and lemon flavors that were in this complemented the woody and vanilla aromas that are already present in the Rooibos tea. Just, it was great. It was refreshing, it was bright, it was lemony, it was creamy. I loved drinking this with like a little bit of honey. Although it tasted really good unsweetened, I liked this with a little bit of honey and it tasted just like a lemon drop. This was excellent. This is another tea that I would order again. Probably I would drink it more in the summertime, so you're gonna see a trend here in just a second. The next tea that I have is just a plain Rooibos tea, and it's been a really long time since I've had just a plain Rooibos, probably about 4 years, and actually Adagio Teas is the only plain Rooibos I've ever had. And when I first tried it, I did not like it. And I just tried their plain Rooibos and I did not like it. I probably did oversteep it, but this was one of those teas where I had to try it a couple of times before I appreciated it, just because of its flavor profile. Rooibos is interesting. It's woody. There's like a tobacco aroma about it. There's vanilla. I mean, the tobacco kind of throws you off, I think. It threw me off. And if you oversteep it, it kind of takes on like this alcohol type aroma to it that can be really unappealing. And if you like completely forget about it for an hour, which I did not too long ago with another tea that I was steeping, it gets kind of weird and mentholy. Like, it made my mouth tingle. That's probably a bad sign, huh? The next tea is a tea that I did a review on, and that is the Watermelon Cooler, so make sure you check out that video. I did this as an iced tea, and it was okay. I mean, it tasted fine, but the watermelon flavor, actually all the flavor in general, was very, very light in this. This is just sort of like one of those teas where expectations and reality didn't match, and that probably affected how I drank this tea. I mean, if you like melon flavored teas, yeah, I mean, give this one a try. See if you like it. This next tea is super old, like probably 4 years old, and probably should have been thrown out a long time ago. Probably should have just been thrown out a long time ago because it was gross, but I forgot that it was gross. And that is the osmanthus tea. It sort of looked like, I mean, if you've ever seen like a jar of bee pollen, it sort of looked like that, but I think it's like these little tiny yellow flowers, maybe sort of like a bee pollen chamomile appearance hybrid. Yeah, this is super old. This is probably one of the first teas I ever bought from Adagio. I don't think they even sell it anymore. I don't think I've seen it on their website. It's just, ooh. I think I sipped it, immediately like gagged, and then thought like, okay, let me just give it another try because it's just weird. And so I tried it a couple more times, and oh God, it was so terrible. I just felt like I was gonna get sick. And so I had to dump out my tea, and I had to dump out the rest of this bag. Like, it was so gross. My notes on here just say it was very flowery, perfumey, bittersweet. Oh, I literally shiver thinking about this. This was so unappealing. And then the last of my Adagio teas is a favorite, and that is the Honey Bush Banana Nut. And I did a video on this, so if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. This is one that I will reorder again. I'm thinking of getting a UV jar from Adagio and then buying a big bag and then just having this on tap, ready to go whenever I want it. But I probably won't reorder this again until autumn rolls around, just because it is a more autumn inspired tea. But this one is excellent. If you haven't tried it, make sure you do. You won't regret it, especially with a little bit of sugar and a little bit, well, whatever your sweetener of choice is, and a little bit of milk. Just excellent, excellent tea. Oh, and then I tried 100 Acre Blend by Allison W. And this was a blend of black tea, honeybush, natural vanilla, natural hazelnut, and natural cream flavor. And 100 Acre being, of course, a blend inspired by, everybody's making noise in my house. And by everybody, I mean Oliver and Biscuit is caterwauling downstairs. But this is obviously a blend inspired by Winnie the Pooh. And this was really nice. I thought that the vanilla and the cream flavors complemented the honeybush nicely. And then of course honeybush, I mean, there was a little bit of honey flavor in here from the honeybush that of course is just so appropriate for a Winnie the Pooh inspired blend. While on the subject of Allison W, I want to take a moment to plug her site and her book, because I think she's awesome and I want everybody to know about her. But her website is Allison Wonderland Recipes, and her book, I believe, is Literary Tea Parties, and I'll link both of them below in the description box. But what she does is she creates recipes based on, actually she creates recipes and tea blends using Adagio's signature blend, fandom blend section of their site. And she creates these recipes and tea blends based on some of her favorite books. So there's recipes and teas inspired by The Lord of the Rings, by The Borrowers, by Matilda, just books like that. And they're wonderfully creative. And so I would really encourage you, if you've not been to her website before, or if you've not tried her blends, definitely check her out. I've had several of her tea blends and they're just consistently good. And last but not least, my last tea blend is kind of slobbery because Oliver's been chewing on it. And it's not an Adagio tea blend. Yes, that is true. I do drink more than just Adagio tea. It's just that a lot of my collection that is within reach right now happens to be Adagio tea. I'll try to, in the future, mix it up a little bit so that I don't just sound like I am a sales representative for Adagio, because I'm not. I just really, really, really love their teas. So this last one is from Harney & Sons, slightly slimy, sorry. And that is their Tower of London tea. And it is a black tea with, black tea with stone fruit, bergamot oil, and honey flavor. It sounds really amazing and even smelled really amazing, but I thought it was just okay. And I apparently was in the minority with that opinion, because their website has like 194 reviews for this, and it's practically a 5-star review. I thought it was just okay. It was malty, and you could taste the vanilla flavoring in this. Not like the flavoring, but you could taste like the vanilla aromas. And there was a subtle fruitiness to it. I mean, stone fruit to me is kind of ambiguous. I think of it as like a plum. I don't know if I really tasted plum. And so I felt like maybe the fruity flavors could be a little bit stronger. Maybe even the vanilla. Like, I really just got malty black tea with subtle hints of like fruity vanilla flavor. And I don't think I really tasted the bergamot in here. So yeah, it was okay. I probably wouldn't order it again, but it wasn't like bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Like when I say it was okay, like I'd probably give it like a 3-star, which means it was good, but it's not one that I would necessarily permanently house in my collection. So that is it for my June empties. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I drink through seven bags of tea? Seven things of tea, 7 samples of tea. I mean, obviously I drank a lot more than that. It's just I haven't finished them yet. But yeah, I think it's 7. They're all scattered around Oliver's nursery right now because he's just been grabbing them and putting them in his mouth and then scooting away with them and then just throwing them down and coming back and grabbing another one and putting it in his mouth and then scooting away and then throwing it down and coming back for another one. So I gotta clean those up now. So it is the end of this video. I'm like staring at the timestamp on what I've recorded so far, and it's like 41 minutes long, and I've got to cut this down to like 10 minutes or so. But he was very animated this morning, Oliver was, and just very talkative and was yelling a lot. So it took me quite a while to just get through 7 bags of tea. So yeah, that's what I will be editing out. All of his squeals, because they're quite loud this morning. But that's the end of this video. As you sipped your way through June, what were some of your favorite teas? I'd have to say my absolute favorite was probably the honey bush tea. I just want more of it in my life. But yeah, leave me a comment below letting me know what some of your favorite teas were from this month, or from last month. I guess it's July now, technically. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video and you're interested in seeing more tea-related content, please consider subscribing, liking. Yeah, I guess that's it. Liking and subscribing and liking. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain just went dead there. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.